Let's do it. It's going to be great.
Good evening, good afternoon to everyone here today. This is the Family Civility Institute. You're watching the Family Civility Institute live in collaboration. That is STG number 17.
I love it.
The Challenge Champions and Heroes. So exciting. We're asking everyone to share, like, and form a watch party because we're going to do some great great people on the show. One of the great people we have is the man himself, Dr. Clyde Rivers. Hi, Dr. Rivers.
Thank you, Dr. Harper. It's always a pleasure to be on your show. You're an amazing leader in this time. And Dr. Lococo, you're just a legend that has an idea to change the world. And thank you for your courage to lead this charge.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And Dr. Lococo, she is the World Civility Ambassador. She has her doctorate in humanities. She has been by Dr. Rivers' side, building this brick by brick for years. And while starting your own initiative, which is Challenge Champions and Heroes. Can you explain to us a little bit more what Challenge Champions and Heroes are?
Sure. Challenge Champions and Heroes is an organization that I started to bring honor and recognition to the special needs people of the world and their caregivers, the heroes. So we believe these special needs, that they have gifts and talents just like anybody else. Yes. And we want to show the world that. So, and we do that through our honor system, through I Change Nations. We're the world's largest honor system in the world.
Yes.
And today we get to bring in one more country. So we're very excited about that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We've 100 people in about 10 different countries now.
Yes.
And just recently we celebrated our National Awareness Day on July 29th. And July 29th is my sister's birthday. And she is who I created this for. My sister had cerebral palsy, and she died at the age of 3. So I've created this initiative to bring her honor and the whole world, for that matter.
Amazing. And I was part of that. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
You're welcome.
Include me in such an amazing day. You had me crying, which we won't go there again. So, ladies and gentlemen, the people that are watching right now, you are more than welcome to make comments throughout the show, but we're here because we're honoring 2 Jamaicans. And we're starting the Jamaican chapter. But before we do all of that, I would like to introduce an amazing woman who actually is the director for the early stimulation department in Jamaica. And I think she just came off accidentally. We're having, because the internet in Jamaica, we're going cross country today, cross the world. But she is the executive director for the early stimulation department for the Ministry of Labor and Social Services in Jamaica. Just to give you an example, that is what we call our department in the Ministry of Labor and Social Services that handles all the children with special needs and their families. So she and her staff, which she'll tell more about. Hi, Mrs.
Yes.
Hello, everybody.
We can hear you. So, Mrs. Gunter, before we even begin, how many staff members do you have in your department to service all the families and children with special needs?
Well, we presently have 58, and we are in the process of doing some more interviews in another 2 weeks. So we should have a total of 68.
And this is 68. Now, you know the ratio, Dr. Lococo, of special needs.
Yes.
So we have a population of 4.2 million people on our island of
That's
Jamaica.
correct. Yeah.
And they are going to have 68 people to deal with all the special needs families.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they have been doing it.
Wow.
We have, to the best of our abilities, we have been doing it.
Mrs. Gunter
We have to make it work.
Well, you know, we have in Jamaica, we say we have a turn hand make fashion. And that's what we do.
That's right. That's right. Yes, we do. We have to stretch ourselves. You know, we go above and beyond, you know, to champion the cause for our children with special needs.
Yes.
We have come a far way in Jamaica. We have come a far way. There was a time when there was not much or very little. And I think there's a lot of public education where persons are now seeing children with disabilities as children first. You know, yes, we have moved away from seeing them as some objects or subject or they and us, but we see them as persons first now. We see the child before we see the disability because it's a child first. And so we are now going from that standpoint where we want to serve our children and to serve our families of children with disabilities. We realize that our children with disabilities, some of them have so much potential, especially those with cerebral palsy, sometimes those with cognitive problems. Sometimes they just want the opportunity because there's so much potential locked in that little brain or little mind. There's so much locked up, and they're just waiting for the opportunity to be the best that they can be. You know, we have seen children that were said to never ever will be able to make it, children that were said to be vegetables and they won't be and they can't be. And at the end of the intervention, at the end of the stimulation, working with these families and these children, their caregivers, we see some stars just beaming. We see things coming out of these children.
Wow.
That, oh my God, it's so amazing. It's so amazing, you know? And that's what we want for our children. We encourage them. We start with the parents and we say, look, the parents are the first teachers of the children. The parents have to get it right. The parents and the caregiver have to get it right. Yes, we start by feeling so sad, by feeling so disappointed, because every man, woman, family having a child want a child that is able and a child that can be a star. But what if you are blessed with a child that has some special needs? It is still a child, and you have to do your best with that child because the child is a part of us. That child has worth. That child has, you know, value. That child, if gets the right opportunity, can shine, and together we can shine.
Mrs. Gunter Gale, thank you. You know what? You can host the show from now on. How long have you been in this role? Okay, she's frozen a little.
No, but when it comes on to children with disabilities, oh my God, you know, it gives this inward motivation, this inward feeling. It's intrinsic, you know, to see that a child so delayed, a child with the fist clenched like this after stimulation, after intervention, to see that child can open the fingers and gradually take a cookie or take a biscuit and put his or her mouth. It makes a big difference in their life.
So Mrs. Mrs. Guntergale, how long have you been in this position at Ministry of Labor?
Well, I am with the Ministry of Labor in the Early Stimulation Program. This year is my 32nd year.
Wow.
32nd year.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, you know, and I tell you, I enjoy every moment of it.
I can hear it.
This is not just work for me. My work is my life. You know, it's my fun. It's my hobby. You know, to
Mrs.
see.
Mrs. Guntergale, where do you want to see? Where do you think? Because the world is watching now. And you've said how many things, and the fact that 68 people, well, 58, going to be 68 workers service. You said earlier you have over 3,000 children.
Yes,
right?
we do.
Yes, that's a huge ratio. Where do you want to see Jamaica go when it comes to, and we're now, I'm adopting Dr. Lococo's term now. We don't say disability, we say differently abled.
And I agree. Because they are so unique.
They're
so, oh, yes.
Perfectly able for their purpose in life.
That's right. That's right. And so my dream is for Jamaica to have the best intervention centers of excellence for children and for persons with disabilities. That for those who are in the very rural parishes, that we may be able to reach them and to assist them to develop their potential, for all our schools to make the necessary adjustments and make them accessible with supporting services, occupational therapists, child development officers, speech therapists. I want, for our children to be given that sort of assistance and that sort of support to bring out in them their highest potential. I would want all our people to understand that child's disability or an individual disability, they are important and they are part of us. And what they need is not sympathy. What they need is empathy rather than sympathy. For them to be loved and to be respected. One people, one citizen, one country. So that's my aim. More services, policies that covers the entire Jamaica for persons with disabilities, that their rights be regarded and recognized. And this has to start at the community levels and then filters out in the society. One big Jamaica, one big world of persons, including persons with special needs or those who are differently abled.
I love it. Dr. Lococo, do you have any words for this before I ask Dr. Joseph actually has something. He's like, he has to say something. So before I put him on, what would you like to say?
Ms. Gunther, first of all, I'd like to say thank you for all the time, your service that you put in with the children. It's my heart. I know it's your heart. And I just want to thank you for everything that you've done. And also what you said, the parents are the first teacher. I think that's very important. That's something that everybody can learn how to do, is when they see somebody that's differently able, to take their child and say hello, and don't be afraid, ask questions if you want to, because that's what the differently abled want you to do. They don't want you to be afraid. They want you to approach them and say hello and be nice and ask about what's going on. So
amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I'm going to just 1 minute. Okay. I'm the technical person as well.
Yeah.
And I'm going to actually put on Dr. Joseph's.
Yes.
Amazing. I'm going to unmute him. Yay. Hi, Dr. Joseph.
Blessings to you, Dr. Rebecca Sir Clyde Rivers, and Miss Guntergale. How are you?
I am good. I'm blessed.
Phenomenal. I feel your passion all the way to the screen. So we would like to do something for you, Ms. Gunter Gale, as you have mentioned 32 years of service, over 3,000 children that you're looking after, and 58 employees currently moving into 68. I am the founder of Productive Business Civility, and I would like to award you the Productive Business Caribbean Icon Award for your service and your time, because people who have the right heart will always make a difference. And your life's work, as we have heard, is not just something that you get paid to do, it is who you are. And you honestly have already thought through and believed for what you want to see for not only the island of Jamaica and the children on Jamaica, but one island, one mindset. You want healthcare, you want dignity, you want integrity and respect. And for that, we would like to award you with the Productive Business Caribbean Icon Award. You will be receiving from Productive Business Civility. So we salute you and we thank you for all that you do.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Thank you so much. Dr. Harper, you didn't told me.
Because I wanted to surprise you.
Oh my God!
How productive could you be when you service? And she has 3,000 now. This is not over 32 years. Multiply that by 32. The fact that how more productive can you be, Mrs. Gunter Gale?
Yeah, right.
With so little staff, you've done such a difference. You listen, private sector needs to learn from your productivity.
Yeah.
Absolutely. One of the things that we want to do is, if there is a government agency, Ms. Gunter Gale, that is looking to help you in Jamaica, we would like to connect with them and see what it is that we can do. Because your mindset, your mentality, your drive is what is needed in our world today. And they need to hear you. So as you receive this Productive Business Caribbean Icon Award, it places the urgency on the government and the people of Jamaica to recognize, internationally recognize, the work that you are doing and its importance. So blessings again to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my God. I feel so humbled and honored. Oh my goodness. Oh, Dr. Harper couldn't tell me that this was about. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, sir. I will continue to do my best to serve the families and children of disabilities. I mean, it means so much to me. It's my heart. You know, I just can't help it. As I was saying earlier to Dr. Harper, when you see a child with the fist so clenched and the child, was told that no. And after working with the child, stimulation to see that child is able to help his or herself, to see that child walk. Sometimes not even a straight and proper walk. It's poor gait. But it makes our family so excited. Something has happened. My child is now 10 years old and is walking. It means so much, to you and Emil. Oh my God. Thank you so much.
You said it extremely well. You said it extremely well. Persistence and insistence will change a life. And that is exactly what you're doing. Dr. Harper, if you would, maybe if she has an email or a website or something that the people, yes. I'd also like to put it in the chat so that people who are watching from around the world, if they should want to do something, that they'd be able to. Again, blessings upon you 100-fold.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you so much again. Oh my God.
And thank you so much. Thank you so much for being on the show. We're going to move on to our other awardees, but thank you for establishing what is happening in Jamaica. Before the Special Olympics even gets the kids, you get them first. And you do
Yes, yes.
and I just want to thank you so much for all the work and have a wonderful happy birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday to
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
So today is her birthday and she
Wow.
took time out to be on the show.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Well, happy birthday to you, Ms. Gunter
Happy
Gill.
Wow.
birthday and have a wonderful celebration.
Thank you, Doctor. But thank you all. Oh my God, you're leaving me feeling so. Oh, I want to cry.
Have a happy
Thank
birthday.
you so much. All right, and blessings, blessings.
Blessings.
Absolutely.
That was amazing.
Wow. 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 Wow.
That was
Wow.
amazing.
Wow. Wow.
So we're going to bring back on Dr. Lococo. And now...
Hi, Dr. Burnett.
Blessings to you, Dr. Robin. How are you?
I'm doing
now
great. How are
we go
you?
on to the big awards.
Phenomenal.
The big awards. So first we're going to speak about, would you like to introduce our next awardee, Dr. Lococo?
We're doing the World
Dr.
Civility.
Yeah.
Mrs. Lorna Bell, and we're going to be doing her award, Dr. Lococo, for Challenge Champions and Heroes.
Oh, okay.
And then, but I'm going to let you off, Dr. Burnett, and we're going to bring on Dr. Mrs. Lorna Bell. Lots of doctors. So it's a big show today. Big show today. Hold on, I lost her. It's a
Yeah.
big streaming. So Mrs. Lorna Bell, I'm going to give her an introduction.
Can you bring her to the screen? I can't see her.
So just to explain, Mrs. Lorna Bell is OD, has an Order of Distinction as Executive Director for the Special Olympics, the Caribbean Initiative. Prior to, since joining the Special Olympics Jamaica in 2002, spanning the majority of her life, her passion for sports development and working with some of Jamaica's most vulnerable population has been tireless, persistent, and relentless. And while this is clearly extraordinary by any standard, to those who know her, this relentlessness is organically central to who she is as a person. Her path to the Special Olympics Jamaica came by way of a slew of experiences at organizations that essentially fine-tuned her natural disposition for service. From grassroots organizations, youth clubs, Kiwanis clubs, she was groomed even at Citibank to both serve and lead. But beyond the aforementioned grooming, most central, stationary, and pivotal to her life is her family, faith, and friends for life. Coupled with this trifecta, with her natural disposition for service and sports, you get a personality that's effervescent and with happiness, grounded in faith and humbled by her experiences. By 2002, she also worked and volunteered for many different football, and America calls it soccer, and sports organizations, including being the first female secretary for the Jamaica Football Federation. And that is a large influence of her husband. As of Special Olympics Jamaica is 42 years in, thanks to the pioneering work that was started and done with Eunice Kennedy Shivo, founder of the Special Olympics International, approached Dr. Lucille Buchanan while on the special education presentation trip to Washington, D.C., and Lorna Bell took on her role at the helm of Special Olympics Jamaica in 2002. She reflected with humility and grand appreciation for the groundbreaking work that was done by her predecessors. After 16 years as executive director, Lorna Bell left the Special Olympics Jamaica program exceptionally strong, with worldwide recognition and goodwill, historical feats, and record athletic medals and achievements. Lorna Bell led a team of 3 full-time employees, 3 of over 3,000 athletes, 16-member board of directors, 12-member healthy athletes committee, 21-member regional games committee, 10 sports directors, 16 parish coordinators, over 200 volunteers, 4,300 athletes across 9 sports, 150 coaches participating in 16 to 18 domestic, regional, and world games sporting events per year, Special Olympics Jamaica is the largest North America Special Olympics program outside of the United States and Jamaica. Our little Canada, our little country, is the largest program in the Caribbean. It's also one of the most successful country-based athletic programs amongst 172 countries worldwide. And always being underfunded, underserved, and underutilized in the larger society. Lorna Bell's persistence is also reflected in her blistering pace, juggling numerous priorities, including securing additional funding for the numerous projects and events, being an echoing voice with special needs awareness and inclusion in the working class society. It's a common practice for Mrs. Bell, for example, to wake up at 3 a.m. and single-handedly cook for several teams for local events, from board meetings to international engagement to food preparations to bag handling to team mom. She switches gears multiple times a day while never missing a beat. It's a natural disposition to rolling up her sleeves and not being afraid to getting dirty, literally and figuratively. Lorna's next chapter of service is, not surprisingly, she's now going to be the executive director, well, she is, for the Special Olympics Caribbean. She's now responsible for 23 country programs. And of course, she hit the ground running in her new role and is now able to impact the lives of many more Special Olympic athletes, stakeholders across the Caribbean. You know, Lorna Bell has truly showed the values and principles of which the Special Olympics International was founded. And the Special Olympics Jamaica's goal is to help persons with intellectual disabilities participate as productive and respective members of society by creating the environment for them to have a fair opportunity to develop and demonstrate their skills and talents through sports, training, and competition, and by increasing the public's awareness of their capabilities and needs. So, Lorna, we honor you today. Lorna's epic journey still continues. And as the oath says, let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt. Amazing.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
This I can't see her. Is she on the screen?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, I can't see her on my screen.
All right, let me hide her. Oh my gosh, this is going to be fun.
No, bring her back.
So we're going to hide her and hopefully she's back on the screen. There we go.
Oh, I can see her.
Okay.
Yes. Mrs. Bell.
Is Dr. Lococo? Is Dr. Lococo on the screen?
Yeah, I think I'm on.
Hello.
Let me go out and come back in.
Everybody here?
Go out and come back in, okay? Yeah, let me go.
Yeah. So when he's coming out, it's not a problem because we're actually going to show you the first award. Are you ready, Mrs. Bell?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Here you go.
Woohoo!
You want to announce Dr. Lococo?
Yes. Miss Lorna Bell, I want to thank you for your years of service. Wow on everything that you've done. Wow, you touch my heart. I love it. So we would like to award you with the Challenge Champions and Heroes Person of the Year 2020 for the Caribbean. And it's my honor to present this award to you for your work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And then Rebecca, will you put the other one up also?
Yes. You mean the PowerPoint? The award?
The actual award.
We're going to give you the award. We're going to give you the award. Whoa.
So we present to you.
Yes, I'm actually doing this as I'm the producer as well.
There we go. I Change Nations Challenge Champions and Heroes Person of the Year 2020 for the Caribbean. Lorna Bell, we have honored you for your service and for special needs communities and the work with Special Olympics. And I look so forward to meeting you.
Amazing. Thank you so much. We're actually going to now Dr. Rivers. Where did we go? Hold on. Yes, you see, I'm being so we have a few people saying congratulations. Angela Reed is saying congratulations.
That's amazing.
We have Marion Lyons. Hi, Mrs. Lyons. And all these people saying congratulations.
Congratulations.
Wow. That's very good.
And great work, my friends.
So Dr. Rivers actually has one more award for you that you don't know about, Mrs. Bell, before you say your thank yous. Are you ready? Mrs. Bell, can you hear us?
Yes.
We have one more. We have one more award. Are you ready, Dr. Rivers? This is, and I'm going to do it as a solo, and you can hear. Yes, Dr. Rivers. Here is your next award. Go ahead, Dr. Rivers.
Wow.
Okay, I don't think Dr. Rivers is hearing us. Dr. Rivers, are you hearing us? Dr. Rivers? Okay, I'm gonna, so Dr. Rivers, oh my goodness. Dr. Rivers, are you hearing us? So Mrs. Bell, are you hearing us, Dr. Rivers? No. Okay, so, hold on. I'm going to put you on. Sorry for the link. Yeah, this is Dr. Lococo will do it on behalf of Dr. Rivers.
He's been a part of World Civility now for quite a while. And we're in 120 nations with the World Civility Awards. So we would like to present to you the World Civility Award, Lorna Bell, as a Civility Ambassador. We, the governing body of I Change Nations, hereby acknowledge your global contribution in support of civil discourse throughout the nation building process. We recognize you as a nation leader and cross-cultural readiness, allowing you to stand for justice and peace through civility dialogue. Therefore, it gives us great honor to appoint you into our Golden Rule Network as World Civility Ambassador.
Amazing. Amazing. Dr. Lococo did your job. Sorry, Dr. Rivers. Dr. Rivers, can you hear us? Dr. Rivers? I guess not.
No.
No. Oh, he's going to come out and come back in. So,
okay.
So how do you like, but we're not done with your awards yet.
No. Let's see if we can get Dr. Rivers in to explain a little bit more about the World Civility Award.
Yes, he's coming in.
There we go.
Can you hear now?
Am I hearing that? Dr. Lococo out of the park. Great
job. But can you
yes.
explain a little bit more about the World Civility Award, please?
Yes. This is matter of fact, our first recipient of this award was Kenneth Kaunda. He's the president, former president of Zambia that fought to free Nelson Mandela.
Wow.
We have Rebecca, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. I can't hear you guys. I can't hear you. So mute me. Yeah. So what it is it's one of the new top awards of the world, and this is for individuals who live the golden rule. They treat others the way they want to be treated, and I'm the spokesperson for the whole globe. And we've honored we've honored vice presidents, first ladies around the world. So our bar is set really high. So Lorna Bell, as Dr. Harper so graciously bought us you, and Dr. Lococo did her research. I said we have to honor this woman and put her on the world stage as an icon of the world, so that people know what it looks like. And Ms. Bell, I appreciate your hard work and what it does. It shows people that there's no overnight successes. You have to work, and that's what you're an example of. And the entire world needs to know what you're doing. So as the World Civility Leader, we actually work in over 150 countries with World Civility. You are one of our top world leaders by your actions. So we're honored to bring you into our World Civility Ambassador family. Thank you, Dr. Harper, for bringing this phenomenal leader into us.
Yes.
So Dr. Lakoko, I'm just going to hide you because
Am
we're
I
not
on
done
mute?
yet, Mrs. Bell. No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
But
I can't hear you.
we can hear you. You're right. But hold on, Dr. Vanette is now going to do more.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, great. So Dr. Vanette.
No, I can't. Let me see.
Okay. Dr. Vanette.
I'm here.
Dr. B, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but I'm not in the chat. I don't know if they can hear me.
We can hear you.
All right. So blessings to you, Miss Lorna Bell. We want to say thank you. Thank you. As you've already heard, we are asking the world to know who you are. You've done a phenomenal work, and I know that the labor is not in vain. And oftentimes what we have to do is show the world who the true heroes are. And we don't want to bring you flowers when you're dead. We want to bring them while you can smell them. So I want to take this time on behalf of Productive Business Civility and on behalf of Sir Clyde Rivers and I Change Nations, I want to bestow upon you the Productive Business Global Agent of Change Award. This award is given to individuals for using their business, their innovation, their initiatives to empower others in a way that creates global impact and productive change around the world. The journey of productivity is appreciating that we are all equal in time, but we are separated by how we produce in it. Your character, your commitment, your integrity towards astute business practices and transforming the cultures of business around the world through the Special Olympics, through your care, your tenacity for children and their future is what garners this attention on a global and international stage today. So we want to salute you, Miss Lorna Bell, for all that you have done. And I know, trust and understand. I understand humility, and you don't do it for the accolades or the awards, but we know that we must give honor where honor is due.
Amen.
So it gives us great pleasure to bestow the Global Agent of Change Award to you on today. Blessings to you, Matt.
So can you talk, Mrs. Bell?
Rebecca, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Dr. Burnett, thank you so much. Lorna Bell, this is long overdue. This is long overdue. Your country has a hero, and we need to make sure they understand who it is. So thank you.
So Mrs. Bell, can you talk?
I'm really at a loss for words, but I'm glad that I put something that I wish I'd known that this was what it was really all about. Trust me. Anyhow, first of all, let me also congratulate Mrs. Gunter Gale on receiving Dr. Joseph's award. We both work together, and I'm telling you, she really is a champion and truly is deserving of this award. Dr. Clyde Rivers, World Civility Global Spokesman. Dr. Robin Lococa, President and Founder, Challenged Champion and Eras. Dr. Rebecca Harper, Founder, Family Civility Institute. And of course, Dr. Joseph, I never knew you were going to be on. Ladies and gentlemen, wow, I am profoundly honored and deeply humbled by the decision of your committee to consider me worthy of the World Civility Challenge Champions and Heroes Award and the Global Agent of Change Award. I mean, you all have blown me away. I'm really at a loss for words. Anyway, the fact that my fellow awardee is another Jamaican, the late philanthropist and humanitarian Mr. Samuel Enriquez, makes this occasion even more significant. I note that your organization seeks to empower communities to strive, no matter age, sexuality, disability, or biological connection, in order to achieve sustainable development goals. Special Olympics is a specific community founded on the principle of the value of sports for the development of persons with intellectual disabilities. In this regard, I am convinced that there is no greater sustainable development for Special Olympics than the daily renewal of the human spirit. For the past 18 years, I have had the privilege of working with Special Olympics Jamaica athletes, and I've had the joy of witnessing their spirit being constantly renewed. I've seen the eyes of our special athletes light up as they confront each challenge and overcome it with resolve and purpose. I therefore accept this World Civility Challenge Champions and Heroes Award in the name of every Special Olympics athlete with whom I've had the privilege of working. They truly have been the heroes, and I have drawn inspiration from their perseverance, their courage, their diligence, and their determination. These momentous awards, therefore, recognizes not just my own accomplishments, but also the indomitable spirit of our special athletes. These awards are a significant affirmation of our valiant Special Olympics community, as well as the dreams and aspirations they hold. As I take on my new assignment as Executive Director of Special Olympics Caribbean Initiative, I also dedicate this award to all Special Olympics athletes in the wider Caribbean. In a very real sense, this World Civility Challenged Champions and Heroes Award is a call to action. There is no question that sports is vital to the development of the whole human being. Let us all therefore confront our common challenges in Special Olympics as we seek to improve the welfare of our courageous athletes.
Amen.
Together, let us accept our shared responsibility for empowering our wider community, even as we promote world civility. My friends, I thank you, and all I can say, God is helping us. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you
Lord
so
Abel.
much. It's beautiful.
Yes, indeed. You are the real champion.
Yeah, we are honored to have you in our midst.
Absolutely.
Dr. Harper, are you there?
Forward to working with you all.
Yes.
Yes, I'm here. So thank you. I couldn't, I mean, I love the Jamaican accent that's coming out in Dr. Joseph's because I've been noticing it. He can laugh all he wants, but I noticed the Jamaican accent coming out very well. So I had to hear him say he's a true champion. I was like, oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Dr.
Dr. Harper, let me tell Lorna Bell, we would like to also have actually challenge champions and heroes for your Special Olympics and Caribbean. We would like to establish an actual Lorna Bell award, an I Change Nations award in her name, to where she has the ability to actually give this award for achievers that are serving humanity. So the I Change Nations, you know, our pins that we have, like
Yeah.
these here. We'll do one in actually Lorna Bell's name for special needs, and what she can do, she'll be able to give these to people that are serving the special needs community. I'm sure Dr. Robin Lakoko would be in agreement
Yep.
with that.
See,
Yes, I am. 100%. 100%.
You're making strides, Mrs. Bell, and it's now being seen not just into the world of Special Olympics, but internationally and globally.
Yep. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Mrs. Bell, congratulations. I am just, I'm proud as a Jamaican, and I'm as a mom of a daughter with special needs, and a cousin of who you're about to meet. I just want to thank you, because you have seen both recognizing fellow athletes with disabilities. You have, Shelley and Fraser Price saying they are just as much an athlete as them. You did that.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yep.
It just warms my heart. It just warms my heart. And your humility is just amazing. God is good. And I want to thank you so much for being on the show. And congratulations again. You'll see the congratulations coming in. But we're going to go to our next awardee.
Okay, Dr. Harper, before you go to that award, though, can I just say thank you to my entire team here in Jamaica?
Yes.
I mean, it is awesome. We have over 400 volunteers. They just never ever said no. The parents, the coaches. I mean, during this COVID-19 here in Jamaica, we are out there. We are making sure 4,000 athletes have food and toiletries to take them through. I've just not one time. They have been on the road from April and they have not stopped. And I want to say a big shout out to also the police or law enforcement torture officers who have worked closely with us. Without them, I would not have been standing here today. So this award is just for the entire Jamaica. Trust me. They have all supported me, and my sponsors, Digicel, the UNICEF, the Sports Development Foundation, Chase, so many persons to thank.
Yeah.
And we will be able to thank them with your advice, because we are starting the chapter of Challenge Champions and Heroes in Jamaica, and this is what it's going to be about: recognizing all the people that support. Yes. This is not a one-person job.
No.
Right? But you did light that torch, Mrs. Bell, and I'm going to have Dr. Josephs on, and I want to say thank you, Mrs. Bell, for everything you have done for all of us in Jamaica, not just the differently able, but for those who brought awareness. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening. But before you leave the show,
thank you, Ms. Bell.
One moment, we're going to have Dr. Vernon. Sorry, again,
It's okay.
Thank you. My producing.
Yeah.
He's coming on. Hold on, Dr.
Lost everybody.
Again, Miss Lorna Bell, one of the things that we also would like to do, I heard you mention, all
Are you still there, Rebecca?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. So this is with the staff that is on right now from ICN. I believe that I speak for all of us, Sir Clyde Rivers, as Lorna Bell was talking about the police and everyone who have been there in terms of sponsorship and help. We have a emergency responsibility award that we will connect with Miss Lorna Bell to ensure that those departments that have assisted and helped Miss Lorna Bell would be able to also be awarded. So we just wanted to make that clear on the show today. Did you hear me, Miss Lorna Bell?
Thank you so much, Dr. Josephs.
Absolutely.
We can't
I
forget.
mean, I hope I will really get a chance to meet you all in person.
We look forward to it. The Special Olympics will come around.
sure.
We will come together, or
Let
you will
us
come
not
to
pray
the
that
States.
COVID-19 leaves us.
Don't
that we
worry
can
about
really
COVID.
continue
Don't
to
worry
work
about
and
COVID.
get the work done.
We will make it happen. God is in control. When the time is right, we will get together.
Yeah.
Yep.
So thank you,
That
Mrs.
was
Bell,
enough,
so
huh?
much. And Dr. Burnett, don't leave because we have our second awardee. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Mrs. Bell. Thank you, Dr. Burnett. We are now
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Lorna Bell, for everything that you've done.
Thank you, Dr. Lakoko.
Yes. Can you hear me, Robin? Can you hear me, Dr. Lakoko?
Yes.
Great job. Dr. Harper, fantastic job. Wow. Wow.
She's bringing on somebody else right now, I believe.
Now we have
There she is.
yes, and I'm going to so I want to introduce Mrs. Victoria Pear and Mrs. Sandra Phillips.
Hello, Victoria. How are you?
Hold on, I think I have them muted because they had dogs as well. You know the dogs, so you didn't want them barking in the background.
My dogs are behaving.
So I'm going to read Mr. Samuel Philip Cohen Henriquez, CD, CBE, JP, more fondly known as Mr. Sammy, or to me as Uncle Sammy. Can you hear?
I
I
can.
can.
Here.
Okay, great.
Can they hear us?
He was an engineer who contributed much to Jamaica through philanthropy and service to many governmental and non-governmental organizations. He's born in Kingston, Jamaica in 1916, and later in his life he married Karina Genevieve. Oh, hold on.
Okay,
can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
So what happened? He married Miss Lyons, who is actually a patient at the Polio Center. Sorry, I got that wrong. You know what? Vicky, introduce your father.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I have to. Lorna Bell is a part of our family. We love her unconditionally. She deserves every award she got today. And I thank you with all of my love and all of our heart, because she has made us what we are today with Esther. I would also like to thank Mrs. Gunter Gale, sorry, and I congratulate her. You came a little bit too late for me, ma'am. When Esther was born, I didn't have the support that you're giving now. So I had to teach her to walk and talk and do everything. But believe me, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I will be in touch with you so that we can work together, because it is part of our calling to work with special people. So again, good evening. Sorry.
So you're going to introduce Uncle Sammy,
Yes.
and explain to him why he deserves what he's going to get.
That is the greatest man in the world. So good evening again, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you so much, Sir Clyde, for honoring my father with this 35 years after he died. He deserved it, and he deserved it. So, on behalf of my sisters, our children, and our grandchildren, and the great grandchildren, Sammy and Sweetheart, my mommy, I humbly accept this honor. 35 long years after he left us, he is still remembered for leaving behind him the heritage of a good name. And I'm so pleased to have beside me today my sister Sandra, my daughter Esther, and Esther's husband, both of which are Special Olympic gold medalists, world gold medalists. Sammy, or Masam, as he was affectionately called, was an awesome man. In his lifetime, he made remarkable achievements and gave so much, expecting nothing in return. While he gained success in business as part of the Henriquez Brothers group of companies, his true passion was for helping the less fortunate. In the early 50s, during the polio epidemic, my aunt Barbara Henriquez was gravely ill with the disease. It was clear that without an iron lung, she would not be able to recover. At the time, there were none in Jamaica, so Daddy called on two of his dearest friends, Mr. Jerry Dobby and my uncle Murph Dullum, to join him in answering that call. Together, they secured and shipped an iron lung, hoping that it would save her. But sadly, it arrived just a little too late. She passed away on the day that it landed in Jamaica. Of course, my father, being the man who he was, realized that there were so many others that could benefit from this life saving device. He did not hesitate to share. He approached Dr. John Golding at the University Hospital of the West Indies, who at the time was on loan from the United Kingdom to Jamaica, helping to care and working with patients with poliomyelitis here in Jamaica. Together, they formed the Polio Foundation Jamaica Trust. With funds raised through a lot of begging by my father, they built the Mona Rehabilitation Center. What a partnership! Dr. Golding was the doctor, Daddy was the beggar. So much came forth. If I were to attempt to complete the list of their legacies, well, we'd be here all night, so I'll just mention a few. Mona Rehab was the first. Here was a dedicated care facility for patients battling polio. It was housed at the old Gibraltar Barracks, which was loaned in perpetuity by the government of the time. It was a safe and comfortable place for patients to receive the care they needed, regardless of the severity of their illness. The worst ones, of course, were treated at the university. Services ranged from inpatient hospital care to simple assistance in one or two activities where a patient may have difficulty. Of course, there was a rehabilitation aspect, which helped people who had recovered from their illness to learn to cope with their long term physical effects of the disease. After a fire destroyed the original barracks, the center emerged from the ashes, rebuilt as a fully equipped hospital named the Samuel Henriquez Wing and a hostel. Later on, he would build Cheshire Village, not far from down the road, which provided homes for disabled persons living independently. He also manufactured wheelchairs and cars for the paraplegics at his offices at Kingston Industrial Agencies. Next came Onyx Limited. This was a woodworking, Rebecca has a bracelet. This was a woodworking shop on the grounds of the Mona Rehab. Here, patients living at the center were provided with training and occupation. Artificial limbs and special shoes were made there, as well as artwork, jewelry, woodwork, and Monex Limited placemats, which are an enduring symbol of their achievements. Here is one, still using it. And they're still made and sold here in Jamaica at some of our finest shops. Later on came a chicken farm and a rabbit farm, which supplied eggs and meat and a source of income for the center. In the 70s, they built the Hope Valley Experimental School, which was Jamaica's first integrated school for physically challenged and able bodied children. The school now has a roster of over 1,000 children and has earned a reputation for being one of the better schools in Kingston. In the 70s, that was a busy time for Daddy and his committees, his friends, and his family. It was around that time that Coconut Park opened its gates. Coconut Park was a funland which Daddy said was created to keep the children off the streets. It boasted an amusement park inside of Hope Gardens, our botanical gardens in Jamaica, that was leased to my father for for 100 years at 1 cent a year. It had rides, restaurants, and a gift shop. It was officially owned by Fairshare Limited, which was a company they created to manage the park. Both the Mona Rehabilitation Center and the Jamaica Association for Persons with Mental Retardation benefited from the proceeds. Daddy spearheaded some of Jamaica's first charity fundraisers. The one I remember the most was Nuggets for the Needy, where a concert was held annually at the Carib Theatre. Some of the most famous celebrities at the time came to lend their support, including the Mighty Sparrow. It gave successful birth to a whole series of stage shows, plays, fairs, and countless other events, with proceeds going to the Mona Rehab and other charities. As children, we can remember walking the streets of Jamaica, everywhere, with pans begging for Mona Rehab Center. There were so many other ways he helped his fellow men. He facilitated the Hebrew Immigration Aid Society, a project that they had dedicated to bringing Cuban refugees to the US via Jamaica and our living room, sometimes 20, 30 people.
That still happens.
Yes. Yes, that still happens. Our house is open to everybody. When we gained independence in 1962, the new government approached a way to find help the Jamaicans on the path to financial independence. Along with his friend Keith Sullivan, he headed the National Savings Bond Committee for Jamaica to meet that need. He did all these things out of love. I know he loved his family most of all, and he always included us in everything he did. We all learned the art of begging to make sure there was always enough to go around. We had parties for the patients. We procured, begged, wrapped, and tagged Christmas gifts for every patient at the Mona Rehab Center, which was at the time over 500 people. We entertained them and grew to love them as our own extended family. I still call Sarah Newland, Nella McPherson, a lot of people my sisters. Mona Rehab became our second home. Our mother, sweetheart, her real name was Genevieve, but nobody knew her by that name, never left his side, even though she was a very ill woman. She worked right alongside him in all his endeavors, particularly in the Commonwealth and Paraplegic Games, when he and his committee brought them to Jamaica for the first time beginning in 1966. He was an honest man, respected by all and respectful to all. He was trustworthy, caring, and loving. He loved God and he loved doing God's work. He was a mentor to so many people, both in Jamaica and far away. He set an example that is still worth following. I have taught my own children and grandchildren to live by his motto. No man stands so tall as he who stoops to help a crippled child, though I have to add, or anyone in need. Daddy never called anybody handicapped. The word handicap would be written and he would strike out the word capped and leave it higher the handy. And he started this when I was just after I was born in 1955.
1955, he started social enterprise. So saying that, thank you so much, because nobody could have said it better than yourself. Not even I can't do it. You did it beautifully. And saying that, I want Dr. Rivers now.
I just want to thank you all for bestowing this honor on our father today. He deserves it, and God bless you.
So Dr. Rivers, I'm going to now solo, but we can hear you, and you.
Yes, yes. We would like to. I want to explain a bit about our United Graduate College and Seminary International. We've honored 15 presidents of the world and first ladies. So this honorary doctorate has been given to top people. Kenneth Kayunda, a gentleman that fought to free Nelson Mandela, is a recipient of an honorary doctorate from actually one of our institutions. We've honored the current president of Uganda. We've honored the former president of Mozambique. What am I saying this for? I'm saying to be honored with an honorary doctorate in the class of this level of people means Sammy Enriquez is one of the top people in the world. And this posthumous honorary doctorate in his name needs to go every year. Dr. Harper, I'm going to allow you to honor a person with an honorary degree in the
Social
name of
services.
Mr. Enriquez. Every year you can bring a doctorate degree to an individual. This man is an example of what the world should be like. So we are honored to bring Samuel Philip Gohan Henriquez the honorary doctorate of philosophy in the humanities for his service to his country, his service to the world. He is now in the ranks of the icons of the world, and he is worthy. And he is a Jamaican, and we're honored to bring this honor to the country of Jamaica. And I'll tell you this: you are our country of the year, Jamaica, because of the phenomenal work. Dr. Lococo, thank you. Dr. Harper, thank you so much. And the Enriquez family, thank you. And we have the ability to honor a man 35 years, and his name still lives strong today.
Yes,
So
God.
thank you, his great family, and God bless you.
God
But we're not
bless
finished.
you. Thank you so
We're
much.
not finished with you yet.
Yes.
And I look so
Dr.
ugly when
Joseph.
I cry.
Blessings
Very
and
honest
greetings
people,
from
all of you.
Arizona to
You're
you there in
beautiful people.
Jamaica.
God bless you and thank you so much. And my father is
Absolutely.
smiling down at us now.
Yes.
And my sister and my mother. Yeah.
I can hear Dr.
Absolutely. Well, we want to say blessings and greetings to you, the entire family. God is always in control. And one thing that we know here at I Change Nations is that we know who God wants to promote. And although it may be 35 years later, God already knew what was to be. The Bible talks about leaving a legacy to your children's children. This generation is now affected by the work that Dr. Samuel Philip Cohen Henriquez has done. And I want to take a moment from productive business civility to also share that we would like to bestow the Productive Business Philanthropy Award for social enterprise, Dr. Samuel Philip Cohen Enriquez. As I was listening to you, I heard we talked about the Mona Rehab Facility, the Tesha Village, Onyx Limited, Hope Valley Experimental School, Coconut Park, Fair Share Limited, Nuggets for the Needy, Hebrew Immigration Society, and National Savings Bond Committee, just to name a few. And the quote, "No man stands so tall as he who stoops to help another." Let me explain. The Productive Business Philanthropy Award is for individuals and companies who are making a productive difference in their communities and the world by engaging in philanthropic practices and developing innovative and unique partnerships between companies and nonprofits. We have witnessed and we have heard, and so shall the world know, that Dr. Samuel Philip Cohen Enriquez is a productive business philanthropist, and his legacy shall continue to live on through his family and through his lineage. Again, we are here to leave a legacy for our children's children, and that is exactly what he has done. God bless you as we honor you. We love and appreciate the work that you're doing on the island of Jamaica and abroad.
Thank you so much, Dr. Burnett.
To leave a legacy.
Beautiful.
For our children's children.
Beautifully said.
That is exactly.
Beautifully
Dr.
said.
Harper's having a moment.
Yeah.
Dr. V.
I think they're
Dr.
having
Harper's having a good moment right now.
Well, it's a long time coming. It's a long time
Fantastic.
coming.
That's so beautiful.
It's a long time coming.
Appreciate the work that you're doing on the
When when Esther was
Dr. Lococo, are you there?
No, she's not.
Dr. Harper's having a moment.
Well, it's a long time coming. It's a long time coming. All right, so Vicky, can I ask you to turn down your phone because they're watching it on their phone. That's why they're getting the feedback. But they're a bit emotional. So what we're going to say is, Vicky and Sandra, Esther, and on behalf of the family, I just want to say that this is, I mean, I grew up watching Uncle Sammy do his work. I used to hear that social enterprise was a new thing. And then when I looked back at it, it was never a new thing. It was done from
I don't hear
1950
anything.
with
Can I
at
go
the
there?
Mona Rehab with the, and you ask any Jamaican, they know about Coconut Park. I know about Coconut Park. And so, Vicky, Sandra, I want to thank you so much. And I have even more information. Also, Aunt Sandra and Aunt Vicky, especially Aunt Vicky, will be heading and taking the charge and action to start the Jamaican chapter of Challenge Champions and Heroes. Thank you, Dr. Burnett, Dr. Joseph, for that honor, because it's an amazing honor.
Well, it's a definite blessing and a long time coming. I believe wholeheartedly that no work goes undone. No one's labor is ever in vain in God's eyes. So therefore, we are continuing the legacy of Dr. Sammy and his family, and it is truly a blessing for us.
Thank you so much, and thank you for everything you've done. Dr. Burnett, I know you are a busy, busy man. You got awarded a World Greatness Award today. Congratulations on that, and seeing your work here today and what you're doing for the two awardees today. It's a well-deserved. You demonstrated why you received the World Greatness Award, because you're just an amazing man, and what you're doing for your own country and worldwide. You are a mentor and an inspiration to me, and I thank you very much for doing what you're doing on today's show and taking the time to do it.
Absolutely. Well, once again, it is definitely our pleasure. And what is it all about? We're on the Family Civility Institute, so it's only proper to make sure that the name reveals the nature. So blessings to you all. It is definitely time well invested. And remember, we're talking yardis, so it's good stuff, right? All is good.
I love the accent, by the way. Thank you so much for being on the show, and thank you for all the awards you've bestowed. You made my guests cry, Dr. Joseph. We're all bawling our eyes out now. They all cry.
We're all in it together. All is good.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Now we're going to go into what the launch of the award, and I'm so proud to bring on our youth who is going to be part of this award, this chapter, and it's Alexandra Azar. Alexandra, I'm going to bring her on now, and she's going to speak about why she came to the call to action when it came to this chapter. Alexandra, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Auntie Rebecca.
When I spoke to you about the Challenge Champions and Heroes in Jamaica and told you what we were doing, what inspired you to be part of this, and what is your role in this new initiative in Jamaica?
Right. So, well, the main thing for me is just spreading awareness, because in Jamaica there's not that much awareness, especially in schools with the kids, and it's hard to go into school in general. I mean, I used to get bullied. I mean, kids are harsh sometimes, and when you are a little bit different, it's harder on the kids, because kids see when they're not used to it. So basically I just want more awareness to be spread, and I'm only 17, so I still don't know everything there is to know, but I really just want to learn more and take Jamaica to the next step.
So tell us your story about what gave you that passion.
Right. So my best friend Mackenzie Harper has autism, Auntie Rebecca's daughter, and I wouldn't even call her my best friend. I'd call her my sister. I love her so much. She's my sister. And when I was younger and I started to grow older, I could tell that Mackenzie was a little bit different than me and a little bit different than most of the kids around me. But I never saw that as a bad thing. I just saw it as, you know, everybody's different. But when she came to the school, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the school's
The
name,
high,
but
your high school. You can
when
say
she came to my high school, I could tell that she was struggling a little bit with the kids because they were just being very harsh on her and they were bullying her very badly. And even the teachers were just being terrible to her because she was different. And I didn't know that Mackenzie had autism. So my mom actually told me about it and it explained a lot to me. And I still never have seen autism as a bad thing. But the kids at. I'm so sorry. Yes?
So what happened is that, and go ahead, Alexandra.
I'm so sorry about that.
Go ahead.
So,
Come into my room for your dinner, okay?
I'm so sorry I told him. Dad!
So, so just to continue the conversation, Alexandra found out about Mackenzie and decided that she was going to educate the rest of the class about it, and actually saw a difference in the kids once she was open with what Mackenzie was about. And you can continue from there.
Right. So I decided to, yes, tell the class. And I wasn't sure how it would go over, but I knew that when I was told about it, it made me see Mackenzie differently. And it made me even love her more for her differences. And after that, the kids did start to ease up on her, but it was never completely like fine because, you know, kids are kids. But I just thought that if everybody knew like Mackenzie has autism, that they'd understand a little bit better because they used to just make so much noise in the classroom and just provoke her because she didn't like the noise, she didn't like the loud noises. So they would provoke her purposely just to get a reaction out of her. So I thought that if they understood she doesn't like noises because of this, it's not something that she can help. The noises are 10 times louder for her. It's not, she can't learn like that. So it did start to get better slowly.
And so now you're willing to take this message to all schools in Jamaica,
Right.
help create that awareness alongside Aunt Vicky and Mrs. Bell, and see how the differently abled, not just visually, but the mentally and non-visually able, you can't just see a disability. That's not the only disabilities around. Some are unseen and some are seen.
Exactly.
And you're willing to take this message now to schools in Jamaica to help everybody become aware.
Right.
That's amazing, Alexandra. And Vicky, what do you have to say about that? That's not the only disabilities around. Some are unseen and some are seen. And you're willing to take this message now. Right. That's amazing, Alexandra. And Vicky, what do you have to say about that?
Well, I've already told her today that I have to meet her and that we're going to be working together because she's fulfilling a dream of mine. And I am so enamored with you. I thank you for loving my niece. I thank you for being the person you are and for wanting to help special people. It's a hard road for you, I know that. Because unfortunately, a lot of people, until they realize how wonderful it is to have someone in their life that is special,
Right.
they look down on them. And when I was a child, I had a friend that had a sister that had Down syndrome, just like my Esther. I went to her house one day and I went in the bedroom where this child was by accident, and I was shoved out of the house as quickly as possible because in that room was a monster that nobody should see. Well, that's my monster today, and the world sees her. And I thank you so much, and we will keep very closely working together. I want to grow from you, and I want you to grow from me. And with Lorna Bell leading us, we're gone clear. Yeah, for sure.
I can't
Rebecca,
hear you, Auntie Rebecca.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. So we're officially
that's the
Dr.
problem,
Joseph.
Rebecca. We're
I'm
not
muting
hearing you at
myself.
all. That's why.
So we're officially now launching. What a better way to sign out. I'm sorry that Dr. Rivers and Dr. Lococo had to we had technical difficulties, but I want to say to them, this is now the official launch. You see the youth head and the president of the Jamaica chapter, of course, with Dr. Lorna Bell as an advisor and consultant. We're going to put her on. So, Dr. Josephs, what do you have to say? We're not, our first chapter is in Jamaica. Oh, sorry, I muted. Sorry. Go ahead.
Once again, we are talking about I Change Nations. And what I need you all to understand is the I is for an individual. An individual can change a nation. And we are now moving into the Caribbean island of Jamaica to make a difference for challenge champions and heroes. Your voice matters. And the voice and platform that you have is going to literally change the trajectory of the island as well as many other islands within the Caribbean. So as you stand, we stand with you. And I can speak on behalf of Sir Clyde Rivers, as well as Dr. Robin Lococo, as a regional representative, that we are super excited for the chapter that is starting. Now, I'm going to throw a wrench in the show here. And I want you to know, Miss Alexandria, that we are extremely proud of who you are and what you've done. And for this, I would like to bestow upon you the Productive Business Volunteer Service Award. This award is given to individuals who are making a significant impact and contribution in their community through their time, their actions, their talents, and their dedication. You didn't do it because you wanted a recognition. You did it because it was in your heart. And that's what matters most. There's head work and then there's heart work. And when you work from the heart, God is well pleased. So therefore, on behalf of Productive Business Civility and I Change Nations, I would like to bestow upon you the Productive Business Volunteer Service Award.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Hold on, she's joining again. Alexandra.
Hi. Sorry.
So at 17 years old, you're getting a world award.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
And I want to say thank you, Dr. Joseph, because it's my daughter that, as you heard on your show, this is the young lady that I spoke about.
Yes, indeed.
Woke
Yes.
me up as a parent.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
I'm so happy when I called her and said, would you do this? And she said, of course. And I'm going to go into the schools. And she is an influencer in her country at 17. And she's taking that influence to speak for those who don't have that voice.
Absolutely. Well, we are definitely proud of the work that you have done and the work that you will do. Utilizing your influence for the greater good is what life is all about. And at some time in your lifetime, and maybe even after, there will be those who speak of the work that you have done to transform your community. So again, we thank you. We appreciate the entire family. We appreciate the show, the Family Civility Institute, for bringing us such great gems from Jamaica. You have represented well, and God is well pleased. Now, the last thing that I will say to you, Alexandra, is tell your dad that you are ready to enjoy the dinner now that you have completed your session, and let him know that internationally, the world will know how good of a father he is, because he wanted to make sure you can yam some food before you go to sleep. All right. Bless you.
I couldn't end the show the better way. Mrs. Lorna Bell, World Civility Ambassador and Executive Director. She now has titles behind her name. And I want to acknowledge Dr. Samuel Cohen Henriquez. Amazing. I just cannot begin to. This show is better than I ever would have expected.
I recognize Samuel Henriquez in Jamaica.
World Ambassador, World Civility Ambassador, fellow Civility Ambassador. And again, Vicky, thank you for taking the call to action to head the chapter for Challenge Champions and Heroes. And we're going to show the world what Jamaica can do. We're little, but we talawa.
Absolutely. And a special salute to Ms. Gunter Gale for the work that she is doing as well.
Amazing. And thank you, Dr. Robin Lococo, for starting this. She's the one who thought of Challenge Champions and Heroes, renaming. I love that we call it, they're no more disabled. They're now differently abled. And as I say, perfectly abled for their purpose in life. Perfectly able for their purpose in life. And we're changing the dialogue. And that's what we love. So thank you all so much. And Dr. Clyde Rivers from iChange, the founder of iChange Nations, a mentor, the spokesman for World Civility, the man himself that started it all. Thank you all. And I just can't wait to start working in Jamaica. Thank you all for watching and commenting all of this. I love Alexandra, big her up. And her mom said that she's so proud of her. I just want to say thank you so much for all those who watched and comment. Please share, spread the word, share this show, form a watch party after, and it will also, the rebroadcast will be on the Family Civility Institute on YouTube, as well as Civility 360. Thank you so much. Go to the
Vicky is looking to say something. I don't know.
Yes, she had a feedback. That's fine.
Everyone is picking up the party. You check?
Vicky, we can hear you.
Go in the room with them. Just go in the room with them, please.
Vicky, we can hear you.
He is looking to say something.
Yes, I just wanted. I'm sorry, my dogs were barking.
Go ahead.
As you can hear. Okay,
go ahead.
They're not barking now, so I just want to say that I feel it is a privilege that I have been chosen as the founding member for the CCH chapter for Jamaica. And as a part of Special Olympics Jamaica already, I aim to do my best for all challenge and champions and heroes. I am the proud mother of Esther, who was born with Down syndrome and who is a world gold medalist. She's also a Special Olympic Jamaica coach for her team of bocce. She gives me the strength to carry on my father's work. And I'd like to thank my sisters, Sandra, for always being by my side through it all. And my eldest sister, Norma, my angel in heaven, who loved Esther as if she were her own child. I am deeply and profoundly honored to accept this, and I will do my very best. Thank you and shalom all.
Thank you all, and thank you for watching, Mrs. Bell, Vicky, Mrs. Claire, Mrs. Phillips, Vicky and Sandra.
I love Esther.
And Esther. Hi, Esther.
I am deeply and profoundly honored.
Thank you so much, and have a great night, everyone. Thank you for watching. Share, like, subscribe on Civility 360 on YouTube. Subscribe on the Family Civility Institute. Like the page, because a lot more is coming. A lot more. Thank you all very much, and have a great night.
Have a great night.